Usually we see that in older elementary and certainly in middle school you see a big break. And what we realize is that girls, to learn non-traditional skills or to keep that interest, that's where Girl Scouts really does a great job and we really excel, is that girls can learn non-traditional activities like STEM in a girl-only space. So, you know, it's okay to keep trying and maybe the first time you don't do it right, but in a co-ed space, sometimes that they're afraid to try something if they don't succeed the first time. But in Girl Scouts, they do.
And I'm guessing one of the reasons why you create this badge system is you create this reward and make it acceptable and encourage the idea of them studying these issues.
Yes, very much so. In fact, girls are really telling us now that they're very interested in things like cybersecurity. If you think about it, a large part of their life is in the digital world, and they want to be able to protect themselves. Their security online.
How do you get a badge in cybersecurity? Because I mean, usually the system is you're in a
Boy Scouts.
You're in a club, you're in this group, and you've got a den mother, I guess you'd call them, whatever the modern phrase is, and she's the troop leader. She's giving a class on cybersecurity. How do you get the cybersecurity badge?
You know, this is really great. So we have a couple of partners. Palo Alto Networks and Raytheon. And what we do is we work with them as subject matter experts, but then we make sure that it's relevant for girls of different ages. So how do you teach daisies, which are 5-year-old girls, how to be interested in coding? Well, if you say coding is machine language 01, oh, girls aren't interested. But if instead you say, we're going to teach you the alphabet expressed in digital, which is 0 and 1s, but in beads. And so the first exercise is that you create a bracelet that is in the code of your initials. The girls learn that very quickly. The next thing they want to do is they want to make a necklace with their name. And in half an hour, they've learned what coding is. And so for a daisy, that's how you learn that. Then you learn about cybersecurity basics. Then how do you do safeguards?
Can I interrupt you to say for the record, Michelle's been eating cookies this entire time?
Yeah.
She's opening up yet another pack. I think we need to point this out. If we could get a close-up there on the...
I want to get a sense of how you have these new badges, cybersecurity, space science, robotics, mechanical engineering, announced July 17th, so it's too early to tell. How will you measure success? What is your benchmark here? And compare it to what, I don't know what the most popular badge is today. Tell me what that is.
So we have, well, the first question is, how do we measure success? Well, I'll tell you, last summer we introduced 23 STEM and outdoor badges and 6 space science badges as well as robotics. And I can tell you those were incredibly popular. And so where we decide what badges we're going to create is by listening to the girls. They want to learn about these topics. They see what's happening in the world around them, around environment, around design, around cybersecurity. And so we respond to them by creating these badges that are incredibly relevant. So we already know that because we do so much testing with the girls that they're really excited.
There's going to be good uptake here.
Oh, yes.
So what is the most popular badge of all?
You know, the most popular badge is probably in STEM. They have to probably do with some of our coding badges or our science badges, and then obviously the great outdoors.
Sylvia,
you know, camping badges.
How much of this is a response to the Boy Scouts admitting girls?
Not at all. You know, last summer,
responding to that?
Last summer we introduced 23 STEM and outdoors. This year, 23 science and space badges. You know, we are going to focus on what we do so well.
But are you seeing a decline in interest? I mean, are you losing share because they can go to the Boy Scouts?
Absolutely not. You know, what we see is we're going to focus on keeping the girl and Girl Scouts and creating programs that are relevant, what they see around, giving them skills to deal with 21st century